Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello!
A fair few things happened this week.
Yeah, they did, actually.
Like, I was actually looking through the news, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Things happened. I mean, nothing
Amazingly good.
mind-blowingly out of the water, but, well, I mean, one was really, really mind-blowing and confusing as to why would you do this, which we're going to talk about first. But there was quite a fair few things
There was a load of little
that
things.
came out this week.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that came out.
So the first thing, there's two things that I want to talk about that are just sort of like why, just why.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, the first thing, Battlefield 2042, because
Yes.
that is still the gift that it keeps on giving.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's within the fan base that are actually still playing the game. There is actually a mode that is quite popular.
Rush,
on Paul.
which is the Rush mode, which is basically the one of the modes that defines Battlefield from Call of Duty. Like, it actually, because Rush mode is basically
It's not
assault.
like one team attacks.
Yeah, one team attacks, the other team defends, and you defend 2 points, and you
Yeah.
got to defend both, blah blah blah, and you go to the next stage, blah blah blah. Haven't DICE decided to remove it,
Yeah.
despite the fact that the community is saying, look, this is the only thing anyone's playing, don't remove it.
Yeah, and DICE decided, EA and DICE decided to remove Rush mode from Portal.
I mean, seriously, do you not understand how to run a successful business? I'm beginning to think the answer is no.
No, DICE don't.
DICE
clearly don't know what they're doing.
EA clearly don't.
What the hell happened to DICE? This is what I want to know.
They got the Battlefront license.
No. I mean, like, what actually happened to them?
EA.
Because, like, it wasn't. If you think about it, it's not really that long ago.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 is probably the best.
In my opinion, it's the best Battlefield.
Battlefield 3/4, one of the two, is like arguably the best of the Battlefield series. And then they came out with Battlefield 1,
Yeah.
which was terrible.
Then
they had, and during that same time, they had Star Wars Battlefront, which was a game that had a Star Wars skin, but nothing inside of it.
yeah. And then obviously Battlefront 2 came out.
Yes,
And everybody knows the debacle
of
about
that. Battlefield V came out.
And that was that wasn't great on release, but they did fix it.
They did fix it eventually, though it was in a better condition on launch than this
2042.
complete.
This is what I mean. Like,
clusterfuck.
what has happened to DICE? Like,
I think they're going to get et. That's what's happened.
it's clearly not the same people anymore.
No.
Like, it's kind of like Blizzard.
I don't know whether this decision is being made by, the guy that used to run Respawn, because he's only just come into the position, so...
Yeah, you got to remember, this is the guy that basically his whole idea was, we're going to just put microtransactions into Titanfall.
Oh, yeah.
You got to bear in mind, everyone's kind of like, ooh, well, yeah. Yeah, but you got to bear in mind that his whole contribution to Titanfall is Apex Legends.
Yes.
Like... But anyway, who knows? He did.
Yes. Game, but the logic here is your game is struggling. So what you're going to do is remove the one mode that the vast majority of your players are playing.
And this is on his watch, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he's now in charge of DICE.
Yeah.
As well as Respawn.
So
whether it's too much, which to be fair, I wouldn't blame him for saying there's a bit too much on my plate here.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't be in control of two game developing studios, because that's a lot of responsibility and stuff that you need to do. That's an awful lot of eggs you're juggling.
This is the like, why are you doing this?
This is this year's Cyberpunk / Avengers.
Yeah, no, this is this year's Avengers. Like, Cyberpunk, at least, although it is a buggy, buggy game, at least it was a game that worked. You know?
When it works.
Yeah, but it was buggy. Yeah, but at least I could tell what it was, and like, that. But this is like Avengers, where it's just sort of like,
why have you made this decision?
What is this?
Why have you
Why
done
are you
it?
doing this?
What is the logic? What is the logic behind this? Because I see none. There is literally no logic. I mean, you had a year where Call of Duty literally came out and was shit. All you had to do was release a Battlefield game, and DICE decided, no.
We're going to release Call of Duty.
We're going to release an even worse Call of Duty. Like, what is wrong with you? I understand, like, branching out and introducing new things. I understand that. But why on earth would you take out the stuff that made you popular? Like
the Avengers with the oh no, we're going to nerf leveling because players are complaining.
Or Anthem.
that they're leveling up too fast.
Or Anthem.
Yeah, we're going to take out the loot drop.
Yeah, the loot bug that gives people loads and loads of loot. We're going to take it away, despite the fact that everyone likes it.
Yeah, despite the fact that it's the only thing that's keeping people playing. Yeah, we're going to take it away.
It's like, do you want... Seriously, it's like, your game is on life support. Why are you trying to shoot it? And also, like, this is not your... Removing game modes, it should be the last thing you should be doing.
Yeah, you need to fix your game.
Your game needs fixing, not removing things. You need to be adding things, changing things. Like, I don't know, reintroducing the class system.
You know, you need to do like a No Man's Sky and a Cyberpunk situation where it's
except
just
you ain't got
down.
Except with unlike No Man's Sky, you ain't got time to do that. Like, you know, at least No Man's Sky, the developers basically went, you know what, we could work on a new game, but no, we're just going to work on this one until we fix it.
And then we're just going to keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah. And then adding more.
I need to actually play. I've got No Man's Sky. I've barely played it.
I know.
I need to actually play it, but I can never ever get that first image out of my head when it's like if you've seen the meme of the poorly played Jurassic Park and I recall the weird I've always got that in my head.
I was fortunate enough to play it that I didn't come across any of those monstrosities, but oh well.
Yeah. And then on to our next little annoyance. Konami, because of course Konami.
Yes, today in fuck Konami news, because Konami is Konami and Konami are the worst.
They've decided to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Castlevania by selling NFTs.
Cause of fucking course. I mean, you know,
of all the series you could have picked, why did you pick Castlevania? Why did you pick the one that everybody cares about?
Which involves a vampire.
Why?
Well, you know, just a gluttonous, ravenous, you know, sucking all the life out of things, being... Yeah, I mean, the choice is apt, I suppose, but, like, fuck you.
I love this. Konami have released a Konami Memorial NFT collection. Players can pick up to 14 different unique artworks from the Monster Hunting series, when the auction goes live. It's an auction! It's an auction!
What's the bet in all those artworks are actually just single frames from games?
Probably.
Because for them to be artworks, someone has to have put effort in. Do you honestly think Konami would let anyone put any effort into it if it wasn't for making a pachinko machine?
It'll be the original
concept art
for the things.
Yeah, or the cover art.
Yeah, that's it, cover art. It'll be the original cover art for the games.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
Stuff that already exists. There's nothing new going to be made.
No, they're not going to make anything new.
Heaven forbid Konami actually do that.
Konami make a new Castlevania game? Are you insane?
Konami make a new anything that isn't shit. I mean, granted, this is also shit, but for different reasons.
So this is an article on Polygon.
They are just so fucking desperate
and dumb
to get on this fucking... do you know what? I want this market to literally burn.
No. It'll go the way of the man now. It's gonna linger around for about 5-6 years, and everybody's gonna forget about it because nobody cares.
And everyone who has it will be
like, well, I've got this. What the fuck do I do with it?
Can someone buy this NFT?
I've got this can with a pencil in it. Does anybody want one? Does anybody want it? Okay. That's 12 grand, please. Nah, you're right, mate. It's going to go the way of modern art. And modern art is still around, by the way. But like, it's not as prominent as it used to be.
Well, the thing is, that the modern art's diverged into something that actually takes effort now.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually worth something, unlike NFTs, because, let's be honest, the people involved in NFTs are lazy snake oil salesmen.
Eventually, it's going to be where I believe that NFTs will eventually become something else. They'll become something where somebody's actually designed something online.
Right. Here's the thing, right? The difference between like modern art and NFTs, right? Modern art, you still had a physical thing. NFTs, you don't even own the image.
Yeah, I know. No,
right?
That's what I mean.
You just own a set of ones and zeros, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but you're paying for nothing. You're paying thousands upon thousands of dollars for nothing. And if you want me to point and laugh at how stupid that sounds, by all means. The big problem is that NFTs are a massive drain on energy and the environment. So, no, fuck you. The NFTs have no purpose.
Oh yeah, it is going to be the pixel art. One of the pictures that are going up for auction is Dracula's Castle pixel map.
So literally just stuff from the game. Just stuff from the game. They're just pulling their assets and putting it. So Konami are now asset flippers, basically.
There is a full list.
Even worse, actually.
There is a full list of everything that they have on Konami's auction page.
Oh, good for you, Konami. Congratulations, you have an auction page. It's a shame that you
obviously
don't
enough. So here's some of them. Right. So we have the Castlevania title. We have the Castlevania 2 title. The Castlevania Simon's Quest title. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse title. Castlevania 3 Dracula's.
All they've done is pull the tile screens from the game. That's all they've done.
Castlevania Castle, Circle of the Moon, main visual art global, so basically the cover art. That's the same. It's just. Yeah.
The thing is, right, here's another thing. All these people that want people to get into NFTs. It's because it's at the moment unregulated.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm sorry, but it's just like let's all be honest. Anything unregulated financially wise is shady as fuck.
Usually, yeah.
Like, you have to then start thinking about like, well, why is it unregulated? Why are you so happy for me to spend my money on your thing when it's unregulated? Unless you know something that I don't. But again, like some of these people that are desperately trying to get people into NFTs, it's like, dude, you have a problem. You need to go to rehab. You need to cut this out cold turkey because you have a problem, my friend.
Oh, here's something. People who purchase a Konami NFT will be listed on the publisher's website as the first purchaser of each artwork from February to at least December 31st. Konami's website includes instructions on how to prepare for the auction, like creating a cryptocurrency account. They're literally giving like a how-to.
Yeah.
To crypto.
It's a con. It's a fucking con.
Answering key questions like what is blockchain and what are NFTs. Konami also revealed that it will never sell these exact NFTs again. You don't have to. They're already on the internet.
No, here's the thing.
No.
They won't sell these, but no. You'll just add different ones and zeros.
Yeah.
They'll be the same fucking image because you're not buying the image. This is the thing. If you are actually buying the image...
there we go. It will not sell these exact NFTs again, although it may sell very similar ones.
Honestly, anyone who buys these are dumb and deserve not to have their money. Granted, that neither should Konami. Konami shouldn't have that money. If people want to waste their money on NFTs... give them to us, or to a charity, or to...
No. If you've got enough money to buy an NFT, right, just invest it in a small business. If there's a shop that you like... Find
an artist. Commission them to do something.
Yeah.
You will spend less money and get a better product.
Yeah.
And will actually contribute to the economy.
Yeah.
Do that!
There you go.
And you'll get a physical object to hang on your wall as well. Isn't that amazing? Heavens forbid, what the...
I love that. We'll not sell these exact NFTs, although we may sell very similar ones.
The exact same
What do you
image.
mean by very similar?
The same image, but a different bunch of ones and zeros. It's a fucking con. It is the epitome of a con. These are the fucking people saying that they're gonna cure your baldness in the fucking Wild West. Mama's magical mystery cure. It's the same fucking deal.
Bless them. Bless them.
It's the Emperor's New fucking clothes.
I was going to say, is Emperor's New Groove? It's not the Emperor's New Groove.
No.
Love that movie.
That is a fun movie to watch.
That's the best Disney movie.
NFTs have nothing to do with it.
There is no Disney movie better than the Emperor's New Groove. And I will fight anyone. That is my hill.
Yeah,
I choose to die on that hill.
That is the hill you plant your flag on. That is the hill. Anyway. The final thing. NFTs are fucking stupid, fake, bullshit, con,
Castlevania.
And basically snake oil. So
I love the fact. What I love the most is like they've literally straight up basically said, "Yeah, these aren't one of a kind."
Yeah. Yeah, you're not buying these images. You're not buying these images. You're not buying these images. These images will be back on sale. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Very similar.
I'm kind of worried because Metal Gear's got an anniversary coming up this year as well.
Oh, it's going to happen.
So they're going to do the same again to that, and it's like, fuck you, Konami.
Well, you don't actually think they're going to make a game, do you?
No. They tried that with that Kojima, and look how well that turned out. Metal Gear Survive. Gee, God.
Damn that cardboard box. Damn that box. If you don't know, at the beginning of Metal Gear Survive, you get pushed into a portal by a cardboard box. Your character's like hanging onto a fence or something during a storm. A cardboard box hits him in the face and goes flying.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Damn that box!
It makes no fucking sense.
Anyway, on from two shitty companies onto a third one.
Take Two and Rockstar! Yay!
If you haven't heard, it's finally been revealed that Bully 2 is cancelled.
Yeah, we knew that.
Which was always going to happen because it's just so long, and it's Rockstar. And hell, everyone's speaking of Red Dead 3. That's not going to fucking happen.
Nope.
Have you seen the way they're treating Red Dead Online?
Oh, you mean like as if it doesn't exist?
Oh, it's fucking awful, man. The annoying thing with Red Dead Online is like you could really do something with that.
Yes, I know, but it would take effort.
Yeah, you could really.
It would
do
take
something.
effort.
If they took out the awful monetization.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually put the content in it.
And actually put something in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You could really have because in Red Dead Online, you can't be you can be a bounty hunter. Stuff like that, but
you have to pay for the extra
really,
stuff.
Yeah, but even then, it doesn't really feel like you're a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Like you can't roleplay anything. Like you can't.
It's I've seen people
without having to pay for things.
It's very hard to. Yeah, it's not as easy as Grand Theft Auto 5 because Grand Theft Auto 5 is the cash cow.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my concern with the current climate of the AAA game industry is, as a little tangent, is that all the major companies are putting their eggs into one basket. EA has its Ultimate Team, which is going to get which regularization
is going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It just takes time for governments to actually fucking get their asses in gear. Activision with Call of Duty.
No. Activision with the Activision, Ubisoft, and 2K have all put their eggs in the live service.
Yes, I know, but Activision is their live service is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Oh yeah.
Because let's all be honest, they're in the middle of basically butchering Blizzard for everything it's worth. Ubisoft is their open world live service. And 2K is their fucking Grand Theft Auto 5, which they're releasing again.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, and Bethesda, Skyrim.
Yes, Bethesda Skyrim, but like we joke about Skyrim, but we joke about it.
Yeah.
We joke about it not because yay, it's a new Skyrim. It's like, no, oh, for fuck's like, COD, do something else, please.
People just stop buying Skyrim.
Yeah, stop buying Skyrim.
Just stop buying Skyrim.
Unless you've never bought Skyrim.
If you want another Elder Scrolls, stop buying Skyrim.
Look, for those of you who have never bought Skyrim before and have decided to buy the newest version, fine. That you have a valid excuse for that. However, anyone who's got Skyrim on the PS4 or Xbox Series X,
or PlayStation,
or any other version of Xbox, or on PC, you have no excuse. None whatsoever.
I mean, I suppose at least this one is. You could argue that this one is a complete edition because it has everything in it.
Yeah, but so did the last one.
Fishing.
Oh yes, fishing.
And fishing. So I suppose you could say, well, this is the complete version. But if I'm honest, if you've had to wait 10 years for a game
to add fishing,
to be complete when it released 10 years ago, you've been conned. You've been sucked into the NFT.
Star Citizen would like to have a word with you.
Yes.
Ask about
Todd, Star Citizen. I can't talk. Star Citizen wants to have a word. You're stealing their ideas. Stop it.
So back to Bully 2 and Bully 2.
Bully 2 has, unfortunately, it is
officially cancelled, which is a shame, but everyone knew it was coming. No one was expecting it, especially after Grand Theft Auto 5 Online literally is the only thing Rockstar develop for now. At all. Ever. So it's a shame, and the report that that came out, I think it was one of the former developers, or one of the head developers of the studio that was supposed to be working on it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And some of the things that they were talking about, like they didn't want a giant open world, they wanted it smaller, but
they wanted it
more feature complete, so that like every building you could go into. So.
Yeah, they wanted it to be kind of like the way Yakuza's done. Like it is an open world, but it's very small. It's in one area. It's not.
It's very compact, but it's full of stuff.
Yeah. And the whole idea was like you were going to be in the school, but you could go into every room, you could go into every building, and stuff like that.
And every like in the little town, every house was, and you could enter every house, and it's really really cool because let's be honest, right? The vast majority of open worlds that Ubisoft do, they are open, empty, and dull.
Yeah, especially lately.
Kamurocho in Yakuza is small but full and vibrant.
Yeah, it feels like a real city.
Yeah, it feels lived in.
Yeah. Just to actually, since you brought Ubisoft up, just Assassin's Creed 2. Although those cities, they're not massive.
Yeah.
But they feel real.
Yeah, they feel lived in.
They feel like people walk, like you see people buying shit from from stores. Odyssey, it takes you.
It's desert.
Yeah, it's just a desert. It's
full of desert. And again, like the big problem with Ubisoft's open world design is there is very little to draw your attention and go, ooh, what's that?
And actually to compare, Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I'm not a big fan of Grand Theft Auto 5, but that is a well-designed open world.
Yeah. There is literally somewhere on the horizon, no matter where you stand, somewhere for you to go, what's that?
Yeah. And everything feels lived in.
Yeah.
And it feels like a real city.
Yeah.
If you just want to like drive around and stuff like that, it feels like a real city. So wanting to go that with smaller, with Bully makes
which
a lot
makes
more
sense
because it's supposed to take place in a school anyway.
Yeah, so you can't drive.
Yeah.
So you're going to be cycling everywhere, which means that you can't go as fast as
or as far.
And Bully is still easily regarded by some as Rockstar's best ever game. And considering the fact that they did that on a PS1. Was it PS1 or PS2? I want to say PS1, but I think I may be wrong and it's actually a PS2.
I think it's PS2.
But anyway,
it's PS2.
PS2. But yeah, like...
Because Bully came out after...
4 generations
GTA
ago.
3.
4 generations ago. Like, That is how long it has been since Bully was released.
It's also been around about that long for the rumours of the sequel.
Yeah.
Everyone's...
Because Bully did so well. I remember they had to change the name of the game in the UK.
Yeah.
Cause they changed it to the motto of the school, catch you can edit or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, you couldn't have the word bully in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also YouTube's algorithm doesn't like the word bully, but, YouTube and context don't seem to mix.
Yeah, well, no, YouTube, you're allowed to have the word bully. You just, you have to be one of the bigger, you have to be a big channel. You can do whatever you want if your channel's big enough. if you're not, then no, you have to stick to the rules on the line. You can't go over. No. You're not allowed. No. You're not allowed to do anything.
Well, no, you could even stick on the line and you'd still be hit with the bat.
Yeah, exactly. Your message to the other people. You stay there. You're not allowed to do the cool table with them. No.
Yeah. The ones that cause all the controversy and get bigger because of it.
So yeah.
Twitch.
Anyway, because of this, there's also the bad. Well, crunch.
Yeah, the crunch. The article went into they would do 100 hours and a stupid amount of stuff like that, and they were basically there was no downtime. They would literally be put on from one game that needed work. They basically got put onto Max Payne to help fix that and get that launched, and then as soon as that finished, they got put on Red Dead Redemption and get that worked out. It was basically just non-stop, full on crunch and no end. And that's, I mean, to be honest, that's literally the problems that have been coming out recently. That it's been an open secret.
Yeah.
That the companies treat their staff like shit.
Yeah. So to find out that the staff were going through crunch and other things, doesn't surprise me. Which is, it sucks that you have to say that. It doesn't surprise me. But this is a shame. I think what the worst part is when they spend so much time working on the game, because they were actually working on a sequel. Yeah,
because they actually had things actually working. They had the first hour or something playable, and in a almost feature complete form. And they had stuff they had a vertical slice of Bully 2 working. Yeah.
Which is it's basically sort of like a pre-demo, pre-alpha sort of thing.
Yeah.
That working. Basically they show how the houses were going to work and how the school was going to work and all the doors.
All the new technology.
All the new
because they wanted to put in a new AI so that the AI didn't just forget what you've done half an hour ago. Yeah. So proper rivalries and relationships and friendships would actually form, which is for a game that was in development when the PS2 was around.
Yeah.
Is genre defining game. We're talking about jumping from flying in the air to landing on the moon as a technological advance.
Alright.
That's the skip in, that's the jump Bully to Bully 2 was going to be. And then they had other stuff glass would break realistically as well, and some of these things were actually implemented in other games. For example, Max Payne 3, the glass doesn't break like it does in other games where it just all shatters.
Yeah.
And it's no, it actually breaks. You shoot and a bullet hole comes up, and you shoot another bit and it breaks completely different. It's not just a JPEG put onto the image.
Yeah.
Of the glass. It's no, it's actual glass and it's actually breaking. It actually breaks like glass. Which is that is a fantastic technical feat. If you ask about how you would do that. And then there's the other one is the AI is part of it is actually seen in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, you could rob a store and the guy won't serve you if you just go out and come back in half an hour later. He'll recognise you and go, no, you just robbed me. Get the... No. I ain't got anything. You robbed me for... So, I mean, it is a shame Bully 2 didn't come to fruition, because I have a feeling that if they did, based on what they wanted, it probably could have been like one of the greatest games of a generation, easily.
I mean,
but
you actually, if it had come out the way they wanted to, you could probably argue be one of the best games, like one of the best games
of all time.
Yeah,
potentially.
That's
and I wonder.
That's a Dark Souls moment, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because the amount of other companies that would be trying to copy that style.
Yeah.
They
would have changed open world. The open world genre would have been completely changed. Instead of getting like Ubisoft type open worlds where all the vast majority of the buildings you can't go into, they're just fucking... They're walls. They might as well be walls.
Yeah, they're just 4 walls.
They're just basically blocking view and all that sort of stuff. Instead of that, you would get like... Can you imagine if Bully 2 had come out and allowed you to go everywhere, like everywhere in the game you could go into? Can you imagine what games like Assassin's Creed Unity or Watch Dogs Legion... Can you imagine what Watch Dogs Legion could have been like if Bully 2 had come out and changed the whole way open world games were done?
Especially Watch Dogs, like the first one.
Yeah.
I think the first Watch Dogs would have... Well, it'd be a completely different game.
Yeah.
For one. I think.
Like I say, the whole genre would have been completely turned on its head in a sense. Like, potentially. But no. Rockstar did not... Rockstar kept just like putting other things in the way of Bully 2, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 Online came out, and that was it. They had their cash cow. They had their bullshit monetization, complete arseholery, fuck-tonery.
Yep.
And they don't want to do anything else now, so sucks.
It does.
It sucks a lot. Oh well.
Fucking 2K, man. And sticking with 2K, because this is a man who has worked with 2K for a while.
Kevin Levine.
He is Ken Levine. He is, I would say, he's probably one of my favorite game developers.
Yeah.
Because he made BioShock.
Yes.
And BioShock is one of my favorite games.
BioShock is an amazing game.
It's the first game that I ever played that I like.
Spiritual successor to System Shock 2, which is also a amazing game.
Yeah, great games. The BioShock series is, for me, it's one of the best series. Even though he didn't make the second one, I still like the second one. But yeah, I think he is incredibly good at making games.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the new game that he's making was supposed to be out in 2017.
Yes.
But it's been stuck in development hell for a while now. It's just...
Well, that's 5 years ago. It's still stuck in development hell.
Well, it's 8 years since BioShock Infinite came out. Jesus Christ.
God, that long ago.
It's nearly 10 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he had his breakout hit was System Shock 2.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. Great game.
I have it. It is a phenomenal game. Is a little bit long in the tooth, but the gameplay does the gameplay does actually compensate for that to a point.
2007 is when BioShock came out.
Jesus. I'm feeling old now.
Yeah. I remember the adverts for BioShock when it came out on Xbox.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing any more of the song because, you know, content ID. Heaven forbid me to actually sing a song I like.
So yeah, he's been basically. There's been developers on his new game that have come out, and former developers, they don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, they've come out and just said he's not good at communicating his ideas.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
To the staff, or his vision, and he also alienates and browbeats subordinates who challenge him or fail to meet his expectations.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
That's terrible. That is a dude. What the fuck are you doing? What the hell?
It said that persuading Levine was so difficult that former employees joked about engaging in conception, a reference to the film Inception.
Inception, yeah. I think this is potentially the problem. Like everyone put all the plaudits for BioShock and System Shock on him.
Yeah, but it's the same way movies.
Yeah, I know, but
the director gets a lot of plaudits.
Yeah, and in a sense they should, but he wasn't the one that made every single asset. He wasn't the one that made every bit of dialogue. He wasn't the one that made.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. It's the
game
industry when it comes to that sort of stuff. It works the same way as movies.
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I know.
The director's the one who gets all the plaudits. The writer doesn't get much.
What I'm trying to get is like, surely he needs to look at himself in the mirror and go, "Am I the problem?" Because it's beginning to sound like he's the problem.
Yeah, I think he is the problem, unfortunately. I think... I think he's just trying to do maybe too much. Maybe he's trying to, like, think of do a new thing.
Either that or, like, he has this vision. He's only going to accept his vision.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It has to be done his way.
Yeah, he's one of those.
And I mean, if you're in a small studio and there's only like a bunch like 10, 20 people, then yeah. But like when the larger the thing goes, and the larger the vision, like the more ambitious the game that he wants to make, the more that you have to realize that maybe your way of doing it is not the best way of doing it. Like
this could be like a Shenmue thing.
Yes.
Like Shenmue 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Where we found out that the guy doesn't actually play video games. He just likes to make them.
Yes.
Which is why Shenmue 3 came out the way it did.
Yes.
Because times move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe that could also be the problem, is that he's stuck in his ways.
Yeah, like there was always a plus to have one person like in charge, the person in charge to have it like that follow his vision and all that. Like for example, God of War. But there was a lot of things that went into the details of God of War that he probably just went, yeah, that's good, great, do that. Like he was there for the major decisions for God of War, but like I can't remember the guy's name, but you know who I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
But like the person who did the animation for the Blades of Chaos, and the person who did all the work on the axe, etc., like they also have just as in one sense, without them that game would not be as good as it is.
Yeah.
And I think Kevin needs to realise that like other people's input can make the game better.
Also, during reading the article, it generally does sound like so what they wanted to do is like revolutionise the way games tell stories. Again, because that's what he does. But by the sounds of it, it seems like they've been stuck and they've just watched all these other companies and people do what they do, and like change it and overtaken them in that way.
Yeah.
And this is another like
Yes.
To be honest with you, I don't need you, Ken. I don't need you to revolutionise the way stories are told in games. I don't need you to do that.
Like, let's be honest. The company that makes It Takes Two, A Way Out, they do that now.
Yeah, they've done that. Naughty Dog, the way they tell their stories, that's completely different to everybody else. Nobody else. You can tell a Naughty Dog game now.
Yeah.
You can look at The Last of Us, and you don't need to know the title, but the way it works.
The way it works, the way it's presented, the way
that's a Naughty Dog game.
Yeah.
And so, like, Ken, I don't need you to revolutionise story. I just want you to make a game that's as good as BioShock. That's all I want. You know?
Yeah, I think he's...
Or as good as BioShock Infinite, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah. I think the thing is like he's stuck on like his games have to have like a message in them.
Maybe.
And it's like you can do that, but I think if you're trying to revolutionize the game industry because it's you, then that's the wrong. You're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, you should just try and make something that you want to make.
Yeah.
Not try to like take the next step. So because if that happens, then hey, kudos, well done for you. But if you're making
it's taking you 5 years and you're still a step behind others that have come after you, you've got a problem.
You need to like just change. Just make something that you want to make.
Yeah. Pick a route.
And stick to it.
And you never know. Something may come. You may come across something during the process and go, yes, we go down that route. But at the moment, the way you're working is not working.
It is not working. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes.
Possibly good news. Good news.
Touch wood. Touch a lot of wood.
Get into that forest and touch as many trees as you possibly can.
Yes.
All right.
This is unofficial, but it's come from from people that have been right before. So there's a slight optimism. However, we must always tinge that optimism with it's not official yet.
So there could possibly be an Armored Core 6 in development.
And I hope to friggin' God that
I hope so as well.
I want my giant mecha with numbers that I don't understand. Because I'm not good. I'm not good at building mecha. I've come to this conclusion.
There've been like screenshots of some sort of like.
Yeah, that is a. I'm looking at the screenshot now. That is an Armored Core.
I don't think that's the screenshot.
Is it not?
No, it's not. I don't think that is. That might be it though. No, that's not, because that's Elden Ring.
Look, I've been saying since God knows when, could I please have another Armored Core, please? Can I please have another mecha?
This one seems a bit different to the other Armored Cores, though. This one seems to be going in a much more sort of Souls-like game.
No, don't do
No. Right, hear me out. If the combat is kind of Souls-like, but with mecha, I'm down for that. But I need to keep everything else that makes it Armored Core.
Yeah, like all the guns.
Yeah, you need to keep all that stuff. And the fact that I can make my own mech.
And multiple mechs.
But if you're going to change it to being like... if you're just going to change it to you're in this sort of big open world thing in your mech, then I'm fine. I'm good with that.
Depends on the implementation of it, but yeah. But also, let's be honest. If you're going to make another Armored Core, go back to the mechs that you were able to make in Armored Core 4, please.
Yes.
I want the people to start making Gundams again. That's what I want. That's what I want.
But yeah, apparently there was a boss fight, and that there was a short glimpse of gameplay that hinted of possible co-op.
I mean, you have to give us co-op.
Yeah.
Don't you dare not give us co-op. Don't you dare.
You need to have a team of mechs.
I know. We need a lance. We need to have a lance of 4 mechs.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Maybe co-op. What do you think you are? Mech Warrior 5? I mean, granted that had also co-op, but still. Give me Armored Core. Give me a co-op Armored Core experience. I don't care about the multiplayer. Just give me Armored Core 6 with co-op.
It is.
Allow me to be with my friends in a Lance of 4, marching down a bombed out city and fighting other mechs.
So here's the thing that might lead credence to the fact that it might be a bit Souls-like in like design, like world-wise. Miyazaki is apparently going to be the director. Now here's the thing: Miyazaki directed Armored Core 4.
Yes, I know. That's the thing. Is I'm like, yes, please give me that.
And For Answer.
Yes.
He also did For Answer.
Yes, give me that.
Awesome.
Give me that.
So if it is true, and like I'm touching every tree in the forest, I'm just running, tagging them right now.
Please let this be true.
Let this be true. I'm down for it. I mean, it's going to be a couple of years before we see anything, but yeah, I'm down for it.
Like we've gone through an entire console generation without a Armored Core game. In fact, we've gone through an entire generation without any really good mecha.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, the free Gundam battle thing game, that's actually pretty decent. The one where you can be like teams of 6.
The thing is like I want basically a Gundam style game like World of Tanks, where you start off with the Federation, you start off in a ball, or if you're the Xeon troops, you start off in a
Zaku.
In a Zaku 1.
No. You start off in the mobile armor, the those plane things.
Yeah.
You start off in those.
You start off in the mobile armor,
and then
you go to a Zaku 1 and a GN.
Yeah.
Then you go to like some of the modified GNs from 8th Mobile suits.
Could you imagine if they did a Gundam Battlefield game? So Gundam. I
remember seeing, I think it was only in the East, a game where it was literally like 100 v 100.
Yeah.
Of Zaku's of Xeon versus Federation.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that, and it was carnage but glorious.
I'd be down for that. Just
like the vast majority of them were all in like GNs or Zaku's, and there was the odd Zegok.
Yeah. And the GM Mark II.
Yeah, but like some people were in DOMs. There was the odd special suits that the Xeon forces had. There was a gun tank on the other side.
Fucking gun tank.
And then of course there was the one red mobile suit.
Yeah, of course.
Zaku 2, and then of course there was the fucking I'm pretty sure I saw someone in a Gundam. In
the
RX-08. I remember seeing one Gundam, and then I remember seeing one Red Comet. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking this is fixed now, but still, this is awesome.
This is still awesome, and I don't care.
But yeah, I want a massive. I would love a Battlefield type game based on Mobile
Gundam.
Suit Gundam.
Because the space battles would be mint.
The space battles would be fucking ridiculous. Can you imagine double O battles?
Oh.
Just lasers everywhere and explosions. It'd be great. But yeah, hopefully good news. Armored Core 6, if it is officially announced. And
my worry is the bosses.
What, for Armored Core 6?
There's my worry. I'm like, I'm not going to end up fighting some giant fucking...
You are.
Giant robotic thing where I have to learn how to commando roll.
I don't think you'll learn how to commando roll, but you'll probably learn which buildings to hide behind.
My other question is, can I build Jutney?
Probably not.
Because let's face it, Konami aren't going to give us a...
No.
I'm not going to get a new Zone of the Enders game.
No, we're not getting a new game.
Literally the only game I care about from Konami. Just give me
the closest thing we've ever gotten to an actual Gundam game. Actual... Cause
bear in mind, I have bought the new Gundam game.
Yeah, I know, but that's you're in a Zaku.
No. I'm in a Dwarf. Dwarf. You know the blue one.
Oh, Goof.
Yeah, Goof.
Goof. Gouf.
You're in a Goof.
This is no ordinary Zaku. This is not a Zaku. Oh, I love that guy.
Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Yeah. Oh God, I'm just worried about the bosses now. Nah, actually, come to think about it, I'm just fucking worried about everything. Oh my God, it's gonna be Souls. Like, oh no.
Look, the thing is like I want to be a mercenary squad in our lands, but not in the mech warrior type. Because that's what mech warriors for. Mech warriors is for your slow, big lumbering hulks of metal that unleash 20 million missiles at people.
Yeah.
That's what mech warrior does that very, very well. I want Gundam.
I want the Japanese version
of mechs.
Where they're just ridiculously fast.
Where laser swords are a thing.
And,
and like high mile laser cannon, and just like obliterates the horizon. That's what I want. That's what I want. I can have both. I am looking at MechWarrior 5 on my PS5 and going, I could get that.
It's got single player, hasn't it?
Got single player and multiplayer. It's got single player but also multiplayer campaign. So like drop in, drop out.
Okay. I might get MechWarrior. I've got space on my PlayStation now.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I need a.
Yeah, SSD.
I need an SSD. Yeah. But that's fine. I can always get that eventually. So it's fine.
I got mine on the Amazon sale. So
yeah, that's why you could afford it.
That's why I can afford it.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
But anyway, good news about Armored Core, obviously.
Hopefully. Yeah. Again, touch wood. Not official yet. It's only rumours. And there's been plenty of times where rumours have been rumours and only that. And never turned into anything else.
There is other news, like, unfortunately, the Capcom Cup's been cancelled. I think due to COVID.
Yeah.
I haven't really checked it out. I just saw
E3 has been cancelled.
E3's been cancelled, which is no surprise. I think Evo's going to be the online thing again, like it was.
Yeah. Which is not ideal, but at least it's still going, considering what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah. But at least it's something.
Yeah. And until Tekken 8 is announced, I'm still going to shout that Tifa needs to be in Tekken.
I think if Tifa's going to be in a Tekken, it's going to be Tekken 8. It's not going to. I don't think you're going to get anything.
I don't think there's going to be any more.
Not with the new gens out. You're going to have to wait till PlayStation 5 Tekken comes out. By the way,
Bandai Namco, bring in crossplay, please. Especially the thing is especially with beat 'em ups, you need either a pad or a fight stick anyway. Trying to play a fighting game on a keyboard is torture.
Yes.
People can do it, but by God, is it much more hard? It's a lot harder than it needs to be. So fight. That's fine. I don't mind crossplay on that because people on PC are actually at a disadvantage unless they have a fight stick.
I'm going to be playing Dungeon Fighter. That is no. I think I'm actually going to go with King of Fighters.
King of Fighters is going to be.
I think I'm just going to stick with King of Fighters. I'm just going to play that because I don't have time to be playing multiple different.
Well, the thing is though, you'll always have time for Kazuya.
Oh, I'll always have time for Kazuya. When Tekken 8 gets announced, I'll be getting that game.
Yeah.
And I'll be Kazuya. And I'll be gut punching everybody that I see. I may lose a lot, but I'm still going to gut punch you. That is my thing.
It is quite satisfying nailing a gut punch at a certain point and then unleashing another devastating move on someone. It's just like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I may be about to lose, but I took half your health off. I want you to know that. I'm trying to think what else. There was a couple of other things. They're just small things, but there wasn't. Something to do with Dungeon Fighter. Oh no! I think there's basically a new Dungeon Fighter coming.
Oh,
I think the release is coming out soon.
Yeah, and the beta is coming out.
Yeah.
The last beta coming out.
It's Dungeon Fighter is unfortunately it's PC only. You cannot play it on console. But Dungeon Fighter is like, it's basically Dynasty Warriors, but it's a scrolling beat up.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just, you just murder everybody in the screen.
And then, And then also there's DNF, going back to beat 'em ups.
Yeah, well, that's Dungeon Fighter.
Yes, I know, but it's a beat 'em up version.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, Dungeon Fighter.
Yeah. Anyway. I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yes, that is a good place to end it.
Our hopes and things of coming, and hoping we're going to have really good fun with it. And
then also we've got next month to wait for.
Oh God, yes, February, everything comes out.
I think I'm only going to be getting 2 games next month. I think everything else.
Oh, you're getting Destiny 2's expansion.
I've already got that. That's already paid for, so that's... Dying Light 2 at the end of the month. No, at the beginning of the month. I think it's the 2nd.
Yeah.
I think. Because I think Elden Ring is the 22nd, if I remember correctly. And they're the 2 games I'm going to be getting.
Yeah.
Because I can't afford everything else. And Dying Light, I chose Dying Light because I did Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Yeah.
Elden Ring was always going to get bought.
Yes, Elden Ring was going to get bought no matter what.
Yes, Elden Ring was always going to get bought. And Dying Light was literally like, well, I want all these games, but I'm not going to do the stupid thing and buy them all and have no money. So I'm only going to buy one.
And then get the others
And then
later.
I just went, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
And we'll get the others later.
Yeah. But it's fine because I still play the first Dying Light. I still play it now because it's so much fun.
Parkour, zombie kick, slaying. What is there not to like?
The DLC was fun with your little buggy.
Yeah.
That was fun as well. So it's all good. It's all good, and I can't wait for Dying Light 2. It's gonna be so great. I know zombies are overused in video games, but I fucking love killing zombies. I love killing zombies.
Oh, no. But Dying Light gives you something else. Dying Light gives you the ability to drop kick zombies off of really tall buildings.
Yes.
And that never gets old.
No.
And on that bombshell,
I'll leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.